Hey guys, we are back with another Arcane Season 2 update, and this one is coming from a Geeked Week. We saw another sneak peek when it comes to Arcane Season 2, and I think this time we are focusing on Vi. So the video dropped at night European time, so I'm only recording the reaction right now, but judging by the other thumbnails and some news here and there, we're going to focus on Vi and her what I call emo phase. I think we all call that, or becoming one of the Kiss vocalists phase. The clip is called Nothing to Lose, and the description, it says a new fighter has entered the ring. As far as we know, that's going to happen somewhat middle of the season. I did sort of a frame by frame analysis if you want to check it out when it comes to the trailer, and that's what I said there as well, that this is going to happen after the initial Jinx war that's going to happen in Act 1. Then in Act 2, for whatever reason, Vi will separate herself. Tragically so. I struggle imagining that. I really struggle imagining Vi being so low. We know that she was pretty low beginning of Act 2 as well in Arcane Season 1, when by the end of Act 3 we know what happened. We know that beginning of Act 2 she was in Stillwater prison, very deep down, and Caitlyn saved her. Maybe this time she's going to save her again, although something tells me this is precisely Caitlyn fallout that will lead to that, to their separation. And I think initially they will get together in Act 1, but then they will separate in Act 2. But I think they will get together in Act 3. I'm not losing hope on that one. So we just have to get through that. through that terrible, sad, whatever's going on there. Like I said before, Korra, if you remember Legend of Korra show, so like a sequel to Avatar The Last Airbender, Korra also went through something similar. Like when she was pretty down, I think after losing her connection to the spirit world or something, I think she sort of separated herself from everyone, and she also engaged in some illegal fights. Yeah, sorry, anyway, actually let's just watch the video. Just a bit of a warning, so the description says that there are some flashing images there, so in case you don't want that. And also another warning, I'm gonna have to blur it out like every 5 seconds or so, because I hear, based on other YouTubers' claims, that Netflix is blocking these videos. So we are entering that difficult moment in our Arcane adventure when we have to sort of avoid that. I'm gonna post an unedited version on Patreon. A major shout out to my lovely patrons who are at it. Oh, that's the... what's his name? Henchman something? He was Silco's bodyguard, right? Ken Barons are there. He's so big though. Oh wow. Oh, I know him. He's one of the enforcers. Oh, who's she drinking with? What kind of a flat is that? Oh, she looks so much older. Oh, that's the enforcer. Why is he drinking with her? No! Oh no! What? Jinx! She was actually there. Jinx was actually there in the...
What are you planning?
That's the trailer, right? The same one. No! What have you done? No! Okay. Why is he there? I was looking for Caitlyn, not for him, but I found him. And that's one of Silco's bodyguards too, like the one that was talking to Ren in one of the episodes, but that's not who I'm looking for. Okay, no, we literally see Caitlyn in her sort of a season 1-ish clothes and haircut, dancing there as a sort of a hallucination, Vi's hallucination. Man, like whatever she's gonna do, Vi, by the end of Act 1, that's gonna influence her so badly. And that's not just Caitlyn, we also saw Jinx, and I think one of the shots, it literally presents her standing there in the crowd. That other shot, I somehow think that, I don't know, like I know that that's a hallucination, but I somehow think that maybe that's some sort of a shot from the end of Act 1, and if so, then Caitlyn's gonna be pissed. I think that rationally speaking, the only reason that could happen, that would be if Vi stopped Caitlyn from going after Jinx. Like if she had an opportunity to either capture her or maybe kill her, if she actually physically stopped her from doing that and ultimately proving that she hasn't let go of her sister, we know that she's gonna tell her that
my sister is gone.
Her sister is gone, but then it's gonna turn out that, you know, she's not actually gone, which also sort of gives hope for Vi and Jinx if you think about it, for Act 2 maybe, when we see Warwick, when we see Vander. We saw that Vi is gonna meet Vander in his, Warwick, sorry, we aren't sure, in her emo phase, because one of the shots, one of the frames shows Vi wearing her dark face coat facing Warwick. It's actually so horrible that she downgraded herself so much. She downgraded herself to actually playing along with the camp barons, hosting these events, these probably illegal fights. She cannot literally get any lower than that. Not only is the bottom of zone, she's actually sort of playing around with camp barons, and we know how she feels like when it comes to the camp barons. It's like she lost everything and everyone, and she did. She didn't have too many people to start with. In season 1, she had Powder, then she lost Powder. She had Caitlyn, then I think she's gonna lose Caitlyn. She had Vander, she lost Vander. She is very much alone. But that enforces with her for whatever reason. I don't know why. That's a bit odd that he's there. I think if I have to look for a bright side when it comes to the trailer, I would say that it's gonna be exciting to see the dozier part of Zone. I don't think we've been in that part of Zone. Like anywhere we have been, there was someone there who was sort of nice to begin with. Like in the brothel, the last drop pub, there's always someone positive there. And I just don't think there's anyone positive there in these illegal fights. It's not just fights, it's also drinking, and like drinking herself to the point where she's sick. She's clearly very depressed, which proves that everything that we assumed about this part of the story is actually true, because that was a leak. Not really a leak, but just a part that was shown in France, part of Arcane Season 2 that we didn't have access to, and then some articles stated that this is what we're going to see, that we're going to see Vi in a very, very dark phase. Anyway, I'll be probably making a separate video about that. I just wanted to record the quick reaction, and I'm sorry that I'm gonna have to blur it out or maybe mute the music. I hear it's kind of difficult to post a reaction that's not blocked by Netflix. I also wanted to add that this particular shot when we see Jinx, I think the first one is actually more of a hallucination, but I think the second one, when we sort of see her taking a look at Vi through all these people fighting and screaming, that might actually be her, especially given the hood that we saw before. I'm slowly starting to wonder here if, assuming that Jinx, whose life will be possibly saved by Vi, if she's not going to realize how much destruction she has caused at Vi's life and how much Caitlyn ultimately means to Vi, which could cause her change of attitude later on in the final chapter. Also, looking again at the Enforcer, it's clear that Vi bumped into him by accident in the streets of Zon. However, he seemed to be watching her fights. Could it be that Caitlyn is actually still looking out for her? Or making sure she's fine? Or maybe the guy just likes illegal fights. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys being here. As always, stick around because there's lots of Arcane content coming. Bye!